Hello, truth seekers. Lawrence here, and welcome to Easy Enlightenment. So, the spiritual journey is about letting go. And notice how this idea of letting go also creates fear in life. The idea of letting go makes the fear resurface in the mind, isn't it? The reason to fear to resurface in life is because letting go means not having. Letting go means anchoring in the unknown. And from our past experience, not having, not knowing was struggle, isn't it? It was a painful journey. So, because of the past experience, now letting go becomes difficult. And also, having means there's a support, there's a comfort, there's some level of stability, there's some level of fun from having stuff. So, from our past experience not having, and now you have something that creates a support, and support is always better than having no support. So, the experience makes the idea that holding on to the supporting layers is is supportive in life, and our own experience makes the letting go difficult. And a spiritual journey is asking us to let go. If you want to be free from your own mind that is creating a conflict, creating a fear, creating the emotional fluctuation, then you must let go. You must disengage from the world. You must dissolve the mind. You have to give up the layers that you have invited in you. Right now, who you are is the layers, the mental layers and the physical layers, isn't it? You are surrounded by the physical layers, upgraded physical layers. And also you have upgraded yourself in the mind as well by holding on to the upgraded knowledge, which is the credential. And some of you are definitely working on letting go. Now, here's the question. From your letting go, whatever letting go you are, whatever letting go you have done, or whatever letting go you are working on right now, are they helping you to dissolve the fear in your life, dissolve the inner conflict in your life? And the answer is no. The answer is no because right now your letting go is partial. You are only letting go what's not working in your life. So you let go to create a space so you can invite something else. So you're just switching. And that is not letting go, that is just refining. And some of you understand that letting go and keeping things simple makes life a little better, makes the life smoother to engage with the world and also to keep the simple mind. And it is true. Simplicity is good. So you understand that simplicity brings ease and peace of mind, and from that understanding, you letting go. You're practicing letting go, and you have maintained the simplicity in your life. You have learned to focus on yourself rather than rather than putting your focus in 10 different things. You are focused on your family. You are focused on your partner. So your focus has there's a boundary in your focus, which is the simplicity, isn't it? And from that approach in life, you are making connection, you are growing, you are inviting stuff in your life. There is a fun as well. But notice that simplicity itself is a simple layer. When it comes to waking up to the truth, to see the plain sight truth, the simplicity must be dismantled as well. If you don't dismantle, if you don't inquiry why you are maintaining the simplicity, definitely maintaining the simplicity is a healthy choice, is a positive choice. No doubt on that. But if you want to go beyond the duality, simplicity is the duality. So you must examine the simplicity. If you don't examine the simplicity, then what you're not recognizing is that the simplicity is also conditioning yourself. It also invites conditioning. You're physically conditioning, you're mentally conditioning, and from there you are conditioning further emotionally and psychologically, and you are ingraining the simplicity and you are reinforcing that simplicity is life. Simplicity is even truth. Your experience is making see that simplicity is truth. But here's the question: if you see simplicity is life, simplicity is truth, how come your fear is never ending in your life? How come your conflict, your struggle, your pain is not ending in your life? Even the simple mind is not freedom, true freedom. Holding on to the simplicity, simple physicality, simple mind itself comes from the place of fear. Fear of don't want to struggle in my life, isn't it? Putting your mind focus into too many things is a struggle. Simplicity is less struggle. So the reason to maintain simplicity is not to struggle. And yes, to some extent, you can invite some level of comfort, ease, peace in your life. But that is not the truth. Again, the spirituality is about seeing the truth, and to see the truth, you must go beyond the simplicity. Yes, you can maintain simplicity in life, but you must also investigate why the simplicity is there. So this way you can go beyond the simplicity. So in the process to see the truth, you have to examine the simplicity. And in examining the simplicity, that process, you are naturally detaching from the simplicity. If you work on the self-examination. So letting go makes the fear resurface, and you must start there. Seeing the fear is a good start. If you don't see the fear, then you're completely lost in the fun. But just notice when the fun is not there, you are back in the fear. In the world, people are having fun. When they are start to lose fun, they control so much to maintain the fun. That control itself is coming from the place of fear, fear of losing the fun. And that effort is itself making you suffer. If you are in that game, the effort is struggle, isn't it? The effort is pain, the physical pain, the mental pain, the emotional pain, just to not to lose the fun. So, letting the idea of letting go makes the fear resurface. Now, you can be direct in looking into the fear by facing the fear. Why the fear is there in my life? And if you work on your fear, that will be the direct approach to dismantle the fear. If you're dismantling the fear, you are dismantling the mind. And the spiritual journey is about dismantling the mind to see the truth. When you see the truth, the inward journey path is over. If you see the truth, and then you can truly live without the inner conflict and fear. And then there will be a natural simplicity in life. There is no more drama in you. There's no more mental narratives going on in you because you know that creating the mental story is not true. All mind is not true when it comes to the truth. When you see the truth, you anchor in who you are, which is the consciousness itself. You are consciousness, and the nature of the consciousness is conscious and empty. See, empty. To see your true nature, you have to empty yourself. That's why I always remind you to dismantle. Trace your belief backward. Trace your emotion backward. Trace your struggle backward. Trace your experience backward. That's the way to become thorough of your own mind. When you are thorough in dismantling the mind, and then you ask yourself, who am I? And that who am I will be the final click to make you realize the truth. You realize that the ego cannot comprehend the truth, and that's where the ego gives up on holding on to the things. When the ego gives up, what's left is truth. And that is spiritual freedom. That is enlightenment. That is inner peace. That is unchanging happiness. That is unchanging truth. Different names for the same thing. That is aligning with God. The unchanging, recognizing the unchanging essence in you is it's God's essence. Some people like to hear like the idea of God. Some people like the idea of truth, but it's the same thing. Anyway, don't be scared in the spiritual practice. Uh, spiritual path reference you to let go. everything to be free. Now the idea of letting go creates a fear. Now question yourself, why am I scared to let go? That's the path to freedom. Okay, I hope this video makes sense to you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care for now. Bye.